Blood Sugar by Simon Howells.
Hello? God. Yeah. I thought you stood me up.
I've just come in the bar now. Where are you?
I'm here. Up the stairs, first room on the left.
Sean?
Yeah.
Sean? Hello, are you still there?
I'm here, Jayne.
Are you up here?
Round the corner. Jeez.
Oh, bloody hell, man, Sean. We said we'd come in together. What happened to strength in numbers?
Well, you were late, as usual, so I came up looking for you up here.
Well, I am not going to meet him by myself, am I? You could have waited downstairs or something.
Like hell. These places creep me out. The death's waiting room, only with bitter and darts.
Shut up. It's only a bloody working men's club. You were never out of them growing up.
What you got there?
Nothing.
It's a fair size for nothing, Jayne. We agreed not to get him presents. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, it's his birthday party. I had to get him something, didn't I?
He doesn't deserve it.
Anyway, you can talk. What's that?
Just a few bottles of fizz.
A few? Give us a look. Moe and Shanna, Jesus, Sean, what are you trying to prove?
Show the old fella how the other half live, innit? Or do you want me to sub beer all night to have a game of dominoes with Di and Gwyn?
Oh, that Cardiff's got a lot to answer for.
Don't worry, I brought you one too.
What? No.
It's fine. See?
Ah, you're right then. Thanks. Well, look at you. All done up like an explosion in Ted Baker's. Oh, feel like quality, eh?
Get off. You can talk. Bit full on for a wet Wednesday in a back room of a crappy old club.
Is it too much? I thought it looked nice. Oh, I knew it. Shit.
I'm joking, jeez. It's nice to see you dressed up for a change.
Oh, how do I usually look then?
Just take the compliment for once, will you?
Thank you. It is a new suit though, isn't it?
Yes. How's things anyway?
Well, you'd know if you checked in a bit more.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
You are, Sean. It's only Facebook that tells me what you're up to and you've disappeared from there.
Too much of that thing's not good. That's how he tracked you down, man.
He's a 75-year-old man from the run that he doesn't do Facebook. It was Auntie Phyllis who got in touch. Anyway, where is he? Have you seen him yet?
I dodged a gauntlet of old codgers in the bar. He could have been one of them.
Aye, one cheeky sod. Wolf whistled me.
Dark glasses, Labrador.
Right, that deserves a twist pinch punch.
Ow! Watch the suit. I'll have a bruise there now.
Ah, you'll recognise him, don't worry. Not much of a buffet, though. Have you been eating it?
I was starving. You seen her?
Happy birthday, Daddy. What about it?
Daddy. He's actually put up his own banner. I mean, what a nerve.
Oh, the bar staff probably did it. He's club treasurer here, apparently.
They trust him with money. No wonder it's a dump. Embezzled all the funds, probably. Committee men. There.
Will you stop eating it?
Will you stop hitting me?
Hey, it's going to be a squeeze fitting everyone in, yeah. Thought it was going to be a big tour.
Maybe he's not that popular. Oh, why are we here? Come on, Jayne, let's go where we got a chance, is it?
No, Sean, hold it together now, please. You can't leave me on my own. Please, please, please.
Okay, I'll stay. right. I suppose it'll be an opportunity. Ask him a few questions.
God, you are actually going to do this now.
The bitch.
There. He said it, and it's only taken, what, 2 minutes?
I've never understood why it doesn't bother you.
What does it matter anymore? Sometimes, Sean, couples just don't get on.
Well, how long is this going to take? I got to get the last train back, work in the morning,
You haven't taken tomorrow off?
and waste my holidays.
Do you know, it might be best if you do leave if you're going to act like this.
I'd prefer it if you stayed, though. I know what you're thinking. Who's this old duffer standing here? There might be snow on the roof, but there's plenty of fire in the boiler still. Hey, I'm going to catch a cold if you two keep those gobs open any longer.
The buffet looks nice.
Buffet. Good one. Oh, baby Jayne.
I'm sorry, we didn't hear you come in. You all right, Dad?
Aye, not too terrible. Oh, look at you, sweetheart. Oh, you haven't changed a bit. Oh, what's a man to do to get a hug? Come here.
Happy birthday.
Oh, right. What's this?
Oh, just a little something.
Well, it's more than a little. There was no need.
Open it later when you're on your own.
Aye. All will be revealed, eh? And Sean, my boy, you grown?
I should hope so. It's been 40 years. Hello, Vic.
Oh, hey, don't be like that.
Like what?
You know what I mean. Vic. Huh? I'm your father.
I'll be the judge of that.
Sean.
Well, I don't know what he wants from me. This is weird for me too, yeah?
Please.
No. It's fine, Jayne. I can live with Vic. Hey, it's good to see you, son. Sean. You're right. I'd be an idiot if I expected us to fall into each other's arms. But a shake of the hand, you can do that, surely.
Sean?
Fine.
Hey, yes. Lovely stuff. That's better. Now, thank you.
There we go.
Oh, look at you two here. In this little room, in the flesh, with me. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm as chuffed as boots you came.
Sorry if we'd a bit early.
You're not. Your timing's perfect.
Really? Well, I did think when we were asked, well, we thought that it was going to be a bit of a party, like.
Yeah, that's right. We're all here.
Oh.
Told you.
What is it? What you looking at each other like that for? There will be others arriving, of course there will. But later, so don't worry. Yeah?
Of course.
I just thought maybe the three of us could have a chat first without loads of people around disturbing us, you know? And I was looking forward to meeting your family, Jayne. Yeah? They were invited.
Aye, well, not tonight.
Jayne and Steve are separated.
Divorced, actually.
Oh, damn it! Yes, of course, I knew this. I'm sorry, love. That was thoughtless of me.
Ah, don't worry, honestly.
And how is Emma?
Oh, he's on fire.
You what?
It's Hannah, actually.
Oh, Christ. Of course it is. Hannah. Right, Hannah. Yes, I'll have to remember that.
Why?
Well, she's all right, I think. You know, kids. I say kids. She's 35 next birthday. Wanted to be as far from her mother as possible. Went to university and never came back, basically. Just stayed away. Besides, who wants to hang around with their parents?
She's a great kid. Woman. Spoke to her today.
Oh, yeah. She loves her Uncle Sean. Closer in age, see, closer in everything. More like brother and sister.
All right, Jayne, calm down.
Rancher Vic, eh?
Dad? You okay? Dad, sit down.
No.
Come on, sit. Sean, go get some water.
Right. Yeah.
What were you giving it to me for? Dad, drink this. Dad.
Oh. Well, that was a bit embarrassing.
Do you need a doctor or something?
Christ in hell, no. Getting over a bit of a cold, that's all. What was I saying now?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, what about you, Dad? We're sorry to hear about Ruby, aren't we, Sean?
Yeah. Sorry.
Aye, well, you know. We had a good run. Nursed her to the end, I did. Died in my arms, practically. Yeah.
Well, it must have been a comfort for her, knowing there was someone there to rely on, like.
Sorry we couldn't make it to the funeral.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to. Actually, all this tonight was pretty much her idea. Oh, she loved a party, that girl. Dressing up smart and that, you know. Which reminds me. I do need to ask a favour of you, Jayne.
Right.
Huh.
Cufflinks.
You what?
I can't do them up myself. Look at these useless old fingers I got, eh? Bloody arthritis. Like claws, my hands, huh? I was wondering if you could help me do up my cufflinks. Like you used to.
Of course. Yeah.
So lovely to see you, sweetheart. What is it?
These cufflinks. I was with Mum when she bought them. Took up months to save up. We went to Ponty one Saturday, just her and me.
Aye. Some pretense about buying you school shoes or something. Aye. She told me you're the one who chose them. You said they went with my eyes.
God, we had a laugh that day. Strolled around the market, pie and chips for dinner, and a nice Gareth Park. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, love. You all right? Oh, God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just give me a minute. I just need a drink of water.
Yeah, Vic, let me do them for you.
Oh, I thought it would be nice. Something we used to do together, you know.
You think the past is a safe place to visit?
Aye, probably not. You're a good-looking boy. Sorry, man.
Go on. Out with it. Take after my father's side, is it?
Oh, far bloody from it. No, my old man was a right ugly pug. What is it? What you looking at? Got shit in my teeth or something?
You still grease your hair back.
It's Brill cream, thank you. And Quiff is king.
Okay, Elvis. There you go. It's done.
Ah, lovely. Yeah. What do you reckon? Do they go with my eyes?
Maybe once upon a time.
You okay, darling?
Yeah, sorry about that. Caught me, that's all. Silly.
Oh, don't worry, man. Come on. Eh? Drink. Everyone, let's have a drink, shall we, eh? I don't know what you'd like, so I've got plenty of everything. Now, what have we got? Here we are. What's your poison? Now, we got beer, we got whiskey, wine.
There's no need to make a fuss.
Of course there's a need.
Jayne's got a particular taste. I got some over here for her.
Tell you what we'll do. I'll get what's the name? Oh, Christ, on the table. Oh, bloody hell, words just fall out of my head nowadays.
Champagne?
Champagne, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now, well, it's not exactly champagne. It's a bit of fizz, like. I got a load of them cheap. I stuck the girls behind the bar a few quid. They did a shop for me at Lidl's.
Why don't we try this?
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look. Ooh. Huh? Moet and Chandon. I've heard of this one. It's pretty decent stuff.
There's no rush, though. Night's young.
No time like now. This is a special occasion. My family's all here. Champagne. You sure now, Sean?
I'll crack it up.
No. Let me. You get the glasses. Here we go. A bit tight. Hang on. Right. Hey.
Oh, this is exciting. Tight, is it?
You could say that, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, let me do it.
No.
There's a knack to twisting the neck. Come on.
I've done this 1,000 times, Sean. Now let me. Christ.
Just give it. Come on, hold these glasses.
All right, then. My tablets are a bit slow kicking in today, see? Oh. Well done.
Hold up your glass.
Nope. I'll do the honours. Give that bottle here. Ladies first.
No, do Sean's.
Okay.
Oh, be careful.
Swoops. That's really clumsy of me. And all over your nice suit, too.
Ah, Sean, come here, let me wipe it off.
You'll make it worse. Stop fussing me, woman.
I wouldn't have to if you'd sort yourself out.
Yeah. Hey, you look good. Smart. It's all in the genes. Hey, Jayne?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Hopefully not all.
Hey, Jayne. Glass?
No, I've got to sort Sean's suit out. Take your jacket off, I'll damp it down.
Look at her. She's always been like this.
Jayne, your glass.
No, not for me, thanks.
What? Go on.
No, honest now. You were going to ruin your clothes you carry on like this, Sean.
Wine, then. Sean, look on the table. Loads of booze there.
I'm all right.
That's not how it works, yeah.
Honestly, I'm driving anyway. I'll just have some orange juice.
Oh, no daughter of mine is having bloody orange juice on my birthday. Come on.
I'm okay.
Not up to you. What I say goes.
Dad, please.
She don't want it.
It's an order.
Why don't you listen?
My party, my rules.
Just leave her alone.
Sean.
All right. Fair enough. Sorry, Jayne. Sorry, Sean. Oh, I'm a bit excited, that's all. Run away with myself.
Oh, Daddy, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, Christ. How many more times can I make a tool of myself tonight?
No, you were right. It is a special occasion. Why not? Pass me a glass, Sean.
Jayne.
Well, I'll get it myself then, shall I? One glass can't hurt. Dad, I would love to have a drink to celebrate your birthday.
Oh, only if you're sure.
Yes, please. Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Jayne, man, steady.
Whoa, go on, girl.
Ooh, it's good champagne, that is. Thank you. Ooh. Leave some food for the others, Sean.
Oh, he's all right, man. Fill your boots, boy. You always did enjoy your grub, Sean. With or without sand.
You are?
You remember? We all went for a day out to the seaside, and sand got in everything. Sandwiches, the squash, ruined the picnic. No one would eat or drink anything apart from you. Happily gorging on everything without a care.
Aye, Mum was there too.
Aye, we all were.
No, Mum stayed at home. She wasn't feeling well. It was my best friend Lisa that came with us, remember?
Vaguely.
She was always round ours.
Oh, I haven't seen her for years. Moved away. Married now. We used to tell each other everything.
Right.
You wouldn't leave her alone.
Hey?
Sean wouldn't.
Oh.
He had a right little crush on her. Always following Lisa and me around trying to sit in her lap, catching up to her and stuff.
Wasn't it a field?
Yeah. Ogmore by sea.
And you stole a horse. A white one and shabby.
Aye.
I think you'll find it's called rustling. And it was scabby more than shabby. It was bent in the middle when I sat on it. My feet were practically scraping along the ground. It was knackered out, the poor bugger.
Yeah, and the farmer came.
Aye, aye, shouting like hell he was, red in the face, waving his stick, just like the films. Here, get off my land!
You kept going, though.
Well, I had no choice. Thing of the mind of his own, I couldn't ride for shit. Oh, my backside was killing me. And Sean, you went off for a pee and said that you saw Jayne and Lisa in the sand dunes changing into their swimsuits. I asked you, were they in the nuddy? And you said,
No,
in a field.
Oh, he's blushing. Look, feel those cheeks.
Get off me. All right, all right.
Hey, tell you what. Let's turn this into a proper party, shall we? Let's see if you two still got your dancing boots, right? We need some music.
No way, it was you and Jayne were the dancers. All that noise and jiggling about like you were all possessed used to freak me out.
Yeah, you used to peep at us from behind the couch. Different story when Lisa was there, though, aye. You'd boogie about then, clutching onto her, didn't Dad?
I don't know. I've bought a record player over here.
Is that what it is?
Cheeky sod. Jayne, have a look through those 45s.
I don't know what to pick.
Yes, you do. You used to love my records.
40 years ago, maybe. Stop listening to
Oh,
music.
come here. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. This is the one. Oh, yes. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Hey,
Wow.
where do you think you're going? Come on.
Stop it. Get away.
Take my hand, sweetheart.
No, don't now.
That's it. That's it. Hey, you remember the moves. Hey, come on. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. Hey.
Woo!
Hey, that's it. She's
Come
got
on,
it.
Sean, get up, get up.
Oh, leave me go, I'm not doing that.
Oh, he's gone all shy
Yeah,
again.
girl, you still got it. Go on. Woohoo.
Woo! Sean, where you going?
That's it.
Fag.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Hey. Hey. What's going on, man? Enjoying that?
what's wrong, Sean?
Nothing.
I just look like nothing.
Well, it's drinking, singing, dancing.
Yeah, what about it?
It's all a bit not real.
It's only dancing.
It's not, though. You remember what he was like when he left?
Don't now, Sean, I'm serious.
I'm serious. He needs to know what's been happening in our lives. Like this, for one.
What do you mean? Why shouldn't Jayne have a bit of champagne?
Because I've been on antibiotics, but they finished now, so it's okay to drink.
Oh, nothing serious, I hope.
No. Women of my age, Steph, there's always something going wrong.
Oh, you're telling me. I shake like a rattlesnake most days.
Okay, fine, I'll tell him. When you left us, Vic, Jayne went off the rails.
Don't exaggerate.
Your mother did tell me, repeatedly. I tried talking to you about it, love.
I know what I was like. No one could say anything to me around that time.
Jayne was looking after everything by herself.
You think I don't know that? She was doing that when I was still living there.
It's okay, Dad.
Mam was in no position to. She was in a daze most of the time, not interested in us. Half the time she wouldn't say anything. When she did, we had to just sit there and listen to her banging on any excuse to spout off about the bitch.
I'm familiar with the term.
It was like Chinese water torture, Groundhog Day. Chanting like a mantra, the bitch this, the bitch that.
There may have been at other times, I'll admit, but not then.
It pushed you to the edge, Jane.
I couldn't handle being in the same house as that woman, slagging off Dad and criticising me too. It suited her being miserable. Give it a focus.
I never knew our house not to be filled with shouting all the fucking time.
I didn't mean to put a little boy through all that again.
I didn't know what to do. You try and pacify a grown woman when you're a tiny kid. It was a relief when she died, actually.
Sean, don't you say that. You cried for weeks. I couldn't console you at all.
I don't mean it to sound cold. It blew me apart. I was really upset at first, but after a while, I felt happy
Happy?
for Mum. I couldn't really understand what she was going through, what was happening inside her head. But I knew she couldn't get any peace from her own mind. Dying gave her the release. I saw it as a fresh start. 10 years old.
Aye, very mature.
I had to be. I was terrified of what was going to happen to me. But I knew I wasn't going to live with you, Vic, whatever the circumstances.
I would have looked after you. Of course I would.
But you didn't get a chance, did you? As usual, Jayne stepped up. No questions asked. You'd calmed down by then, Jayne. Started seeing Steve. He was great for you.
You must be thinking of another Steve.
He was, Jayne. You both took me in unconditionally. Then Hannah was born. It was brilliant. I've never been happier than those few years I spent with you guys. Steve was like a dad to me. Still is.
You still in touch with Steve? Am I the only one in my family you don't talk to?
What'd you expect? You all set me up for life.
Well, there we go. Charmed.
Charmed.
That's right. My children are untouchable.
Are you serious?
Deadly.
Why?
Because of what we're talking about. Yeah? Me not being around.
So you adopt this thought process. I don't believe it.
You're both here, aren't you? Alive and kicking?
You haven't seen us for years. You just come out with something like that.
Can't help it. Just the way I feel. Call it an instinct. I just have total faith that you will be okay.
Listen to him. You feel you can relinquish all responsibility, but just assuming everything will be all right? Based on what? Some sort of sixth sense?
I don't expect you to understand, Sean. You're not a parent. You got to trust they'll turn out fine.
How do you know that we've turned out fine?
Well, just look at you all. Huh? You're fit and well and packed with life. You're proving that now, Sean. Scrappy.
Don't patronise me.
Well, I wish I could be like that. I've always worried myself sick about my Hannah.
Oh, you think fretting changed anything? No harm came to her?
Well, you better ask Sean. I never see her.
Difference was, Jayne stuck in there with her family.
Well, better late than never.
When we've all grown up and fucked up our lives.
You're not fucked up. Excuse my language. Okay, sounds like you've both had a bit of a rough ride. Who hasn't? But despite everything, you're both doing well. And I don't know. Oh, I just feel happy being close to you two again. I'm so proud of you both.
There we go. He only wants to be with his children.
Whatever you think, Sean, I assure you, I did love your mother. And she loved me once. You were both born out of love. God, we couldn't get enough of you. Pair of you were so beautiful. Hey, well, it was tough, yeah, but oh, the joy you gave us. And you kept us together longer than we would have without you. You were the best thing to come out of us. Out of the carnage that was our marriage, our life together.
That was a lovely thing to say.
No. You're not going to play that one, are you? Go on and out with it, Vic. Come on.
What are you talking about, Sean?
Oh, don't look at me, love. You know him better than I do.
He's sick, isn't he? Has to be. He's going to lay down his joker.
Joker?
The cancer card.
Cancer?
Or something.
Cancer? My God, you haven't, have you? How long? Oh, why didn't you say? Dad? Daddy, it's going to be okay. We are here to look after you from now on. I could tell he wasn't well with that coughing. Oh. Dad?
I haven't got cancer. I'm as strong as an ox and twice as ugly. Here you are, Sean. Go on, squeeze that bicep. Go on. Hey, break your fingers on that.
Get off.
Do you really think I'd invite you to a party and drop a bombshell like that? It's nice to see you care, though.
Sean, apologise.
Me?
When I came in here earlier and saw you two standing there, and I did hear what you said, so I know how much you don't want to be here. I realised how much I've missed in life. On the two of you growing up, becoming adults, having children. I just want to put it right. I don't know, make amends. Is that so terrible?
No, it's not. It's a good thing to do, I think. You don't need to hear this, Dad. Just stuff, but nonsense like. We're here now.
Stuff. Nonsense. You should know better.
I don't know what you're talking about. What have I done?
Come on. Me? Well, I was a baby.
And?
He'd built a relationship with you, Jayne. You were practically an adult. I was probably just, well, nothing.
How does it feel, Sean? Hey? Is it true what they say? Best served cold and all that?
Don't turn this around.
I'm serious. Just like your mother. You wanted to be like this, don't you? Perfect, I bet. Probably suits you to have a focus. Someone to hate all these years. That's your mantra. I'm your mantra.
Oh, you're talking crap as usual.
As usual? Oh. Well, when I haven't been around, how could you possibly know?
I know enough.
I don't excuse what I've done, Sean, but I never deliberately wanted to hurt either of you. And if I have, I am truly sorry.
Why should I believe you?
Oh, grow up, man. You're just being spiteful.
Yeah, and you deserve it.
Well, maybe, yeah. Actually, no. No. I don't. Not really. Yeah, I've been an asshole. Indirectly. Treated you like a twat.
Dad.
And maybe that's why you're behaving like one yourself now.
Must be in the genes.
Well, that's my legacy, my gift to you. Well, touche to me. Go on. Do it. Plant one on me.
Oh.
I know you want to.
Oh, come on. This is daft.
Ah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Please.
If that's what it takes for you to feel better, then go for it.
You really don't know me.
I can handle it. Won't be the first time. I'm willing to go through with it if it makes you feel better.
Make you feel better, more like. It's your get-out clause. Don't judge people on your own standards. Violence is your thing. It's not mine. If you really believe that I want to hit you, then you flatter both of
Oh,
us.
don't be so naive. Don't believe everything you hear. They're just stories, legends and horror.
All fabricated, is it? You hit my mother black and blue. What sort of man does that?
I'm going to stop you there. Because you have no idea what you are talking about. She wasn't a total innocent. She had her faults. She got as good as she gave and more.
Always twisting.
Okay, answer me this. Was it always plain sailing with your mother? Look me in the eye and tell me you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Jayne, am I right?
Oh, please, Dad.
Don't drop me in it now, sweetheart. I need you.
Mum had to be tough at times. She didn't have a man around.
Oh, bollocks. What about before I left? You're forgetting. I knew her in ways you'll never understand. And times were tough.
Now it's our fault.
Of course not. But tell me what you were doing when you were mine and your mother's age, and that'll give you an idea. We fell in love.
Oh.
It was wonderful when we met. Well, it always is, meeting somebody new. We've all been there. Experienced those first throes of passion. She was beautiful. Raven head. She had this long ponytail. Hair pulled in at the sides. Her cute ears, too. And a Bill Haley kiss curl spiralling down, blanketing out one eye. Yeah, aye. Aye. Hello, darling. Who are you? Ah, that's my favourite name. Bacardi and Coke, okay? Oh. There was something sexy about that.
Well, we don't need to hear that.
I know. You don't want to think of your mother in that way. Well, I'm just trying to tell you what I saw. How I felt. We were kids. 17.
She was only 16.
Barely out of school. Bam! Pregnant off the bat. It was the late 50s. Things were changing. Apparently. Not quickly enough in the run, though. What's that saying?
The narrower the valley, the narrower the mind.
Our parents went nuts. It was a proper shotgun affair. Everything arranged for us, without us. Not just the parents. Grandparents, too, and more. They were having these meetings about us in front of us as if we weren't there. We weren't actually there in mind. Just these husks. Probably best. Didn't have a clue. Just turned up at the registry office. I even had to flatten my quiff. We were kids with a kid. It's a strange thing, the call of duty. Things you think you're supposed to do, what's expected of you. Responsibility. Overrated.
Charming.
Or to think how much you persevere with something that holds very little joy. I'm still in love. But things creep in. You don't really do anything to hold them at bay. If anything, you sort of encourage them, you pick at the scab. She was no angel.
Here we go.
And I definitely wasn't. We're all damaged. When something got into your mother's head, it would burrow away, fester, then seep outwards, drilling into everything around, screwing me down tight.
It was an illness. The hospital established that.
I didn't know how to handle it. I was plummeted into things I didn't have any control over. I was working my arse off in shitty jobs. Not for long, mind you. Couldn't hack it. That was part of the problem. The money doesn't stretch. It stretches you.
You need a release. An escape.
I went AWOL. Oh, you do all sorts. You gamble.
You drink.
But there are consequences. Fallout. Nagging arguments. Knee-jerk reactions. You hate. You become hateful. A vicious circle spiralling down. The little ones aren't to blame. Casualties of war. Sean had arrived then. My baby boy. Grip like a vice. God. You used to hold onto my thumb, Sean, as if you didn't want to let it go. I felt for you, Sean. The baby of the bunch. I couldn't make you understand. Too small.
Do you regret leaving us?
Dad should be something to aspire to. A role model.
I rest my case.
That'll be right. I've been on trial all my life with you lot. Didn't stand a chance. Every move I've made, you lot have judged me. No one ever asked for my truth.
How could we? We've never seen you.
Oh, shut up, Sean, man. Stop being such an idiot.
Hey! Don't you talk to him like that?
Oh, what do you lot know about anything? Why did you all come back?
I remember it clearly when you left.
Oh, God, here he is. Misery rides again.
It was one of our days together. You always waiting in the car, engine running, toot-toot to the horn, and we'd come running out. Well, I had to. Jayne did everything to avoid you.
Well, I was deep in my wilderness years.
We went to visit some old dear once, bad stoop, almost bent in half.
Aye, great Auntie Val.
You and me, Vic. We were sitting next to each other on a couch.
An uncomfortable, upright thing.
It was spring, warm.
She had a real fire on the go, so it couldn't be turned off.
Old people and their piss in blood. You were wearing
A black leather jacket.
Yeah, that creaked when you moved. It smelled, not bad, just of itself. I was a shy kid. Got embarrassed at everything.
Oh, used to flush scarlet all over.
And you all knew this, so wanted to tease me even more just to see me change colour.
But it wasn't just your colour.
You would change. Go all in on yourself like a ball.
You were oblivious to me, Vic. Your cigarette smoke was burning my eyes. You were in your element, charming this old woman. She was hanging on to your every word. And there was these ornaments either end of the mantelpiece, bookending the rest of the tacky knickknacks.
An old tramp playing a violin and a little girl laughing and clapping along to him.
I was fascinated by these porcelain characters.
Why were old people always into crap like that?
Maybe I just wanted to focus on something less boring than the conversation that was going on around me. I don't know. I'd wanted to tell you for ages that I liked these statues. A bland comment that any kid would say to their dad. I was even rehearsing in my mind, over and over. The more I thought about it, the more trapped it became. Perched on the edge of the rock-hard couch, I was thinking, is this going to sound right? Will he look at me thinking I was stupid, ridiculous? But I needed to get it out, in spite of myself. I had to really build myself up to saying it. So I tapped your cuff, those worn leather creases, and said,
Daddy.
My throat was dry, my voice was sticking.
I like those ornaments.
You know what? No. It didn't sound right. Maybe it was the stress, the build-up, the spontaneity had all gone. All I know was those words, me saying them anyway, was totally alien. And that was the moment I knew that you weren't my dad. You ceased to be. You were just an ordinary bloke. Like a thunderbolt it was.
I don't understand.
Why was I worrying about what you thought of me? You were the one who should have been worrying about what I thought of you. That's how it should have been. And that's when you became Vic. You are Vic. Can't remember anything about the past, that time, that day, until now. You walked in the room. This evening. Until then, I wasn't even sure what you looked like. So don't give me a hard time, berate me for not calling you Dad. You should think hard, and be grateful. Grateful because at least by calling you Vic, you have some sort of being, a presence. My dad? Nah, something you can never be.
Oh, come here, Sean. Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Why would you? I've never told anyone before.
You are all right, yeah?
As right as I've ever been.
So, we have our answer. This is why you came tonight, Sean. Not out of love or wanting to hit me, to punish me.
I can't answer that because I don't really know myself. I suppose I was just intrigued to see if there's anything there. Regret, remorse, love, hate. If you or I could give a fuck, I don't know, whatever.
Of course I love you. The two of you are my flesh and blood. Part of me.
You see, I don't get how you could just simply disappear.
Now, maybe I should have fought harder to stay in your lives, but there's only so much a man can take. When you're constantly being battered away, it exhausts you.
No. That's too easy, see? If you really cared, really did love us, then not even a crazy woman should have stopped you.
Sean.
I had to make a sacrifice. Yeah, my children. Perhaps this is what I was looking for after all these years. You giving it to me both barrels. But it ripped me apart, leaving you two. I thought I'd never pull myself up again. But you see, when I met Ruby, I claimed something back. Decency, possibly. I became a good person. No, I was always a good person. She just brought out the best in me.
Jesus Christ, will you not back down from anything?
You may not see him as your father, Sean. But I did. Still do. He is to me. He's more than a father.
How can you still feel the same about him? It's like this bloody present you bought him. What's all that about?
Because Jayne understands that people can change.
What you've been talking about, Sean? These are all the worst parts of him, like we all have in us. I know the meaning of being cruel, even if you don't mean to be. Steve can vouch for that.
Don't worry, he has.
But he doesn't sound anything like the father I knew. It's like you're talking about someone else. Every time you came home after visiting Mum in hospital, Dad, I could see you crumbling. You were becoming less and less. Well, you were a shell. I'd ask you how she was, and you'd always say, you know, not too bad.
I couldn't hide a thing from you. You could see straight through me.
You didn't know what was going on, Sean. Your mother missing for weeks on end, asking where Mammy was.
We tried to protect you, poor little thing. You could always explain things to him better than I ever could. And I appreciated that, sweetheart, you holding us together. You were doing everything, cooking meals, cleaning the house, turning down my bed. You didn't deserve any of it, though. You were a young girl, A-levels coming up and everything, a good head on your shoulders.
I wasn't interested in qualifications, no jobs, anyway.
Yeah, but it was your future. It's not always about work. There's other ways of getting ahead, university's an experience. Be a waste if you just ended up like your mother and me.
But there were more important things to take care of. We had to pull together. And you weren't right either, Dad.
Tired. Just very tired, that's all. Your mother barely spoke when I visited. Couldn't look at me. I'm sorry. I think that's when I knew it was finally over between your mother and me.
Hey, come on, it's okay. She didn't know what she was saying, what she was doing.
I know. You try to convince me things would change once she's better. I appreciated that. I didn't know what to do, love. I couldn't cope with it.
I was here for you.
You'd encourage me to do things. Go out for a drink, or meet mates, game of snook.
I can look after Sean. He's sleeping anyway, dead to the world.
I'd rather be here. I needed to be here.
With us. And I'd get you supper.
Mm-hmm. But I'd have an early night. Always clean sheets on the bed.
It was right what you were saying, Sean. It was nicer when Mum wasn't around.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. With just the three of us living together, we were happy. Peaceful. I know Mum was suffering, but that was never going to change with or without Dad around.
No, she was fun, always laughing, loving, all that.
Yes, she was at her best around you, and she'd have these stretches of, I don't know, not being so unhappy, less depressed than usual, or at least hiding it. But it wouldn't last. And it would start all over again. Her mood was like a huge weight on all of us. The atmosphere in the house would be different. Horrible.
Yeah, because he would wind her up, give her hell, beat the life out of her. This is bullshit. Why are we saying these things, Jayne? You're pissed. Give me that.
Now, I might be drunk, but what I am saying is true. You just don't remember, or you've blocked it out, or you're lying to yourself.
Okay then, okay. Let's say it's true. If everything was so amazing, why did he still leave us all? He would have put up with Mum's shit, made allowances, that's what people do. Nobody's perfect, are they? Ruby must have been pretty special for you to go off like that.
Hey! I never met Ruby until after your mother. She had absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, okay?
Yeah, well, whoever they were, it was enough for you to dump a sick wife and abandon a family to be taken care of by a teenage daughter, who also had to look after a little baby, a child, looking after a child. Jayne's a hero.
I was very mature for my age, wasn't I, Dad? And I enjoyed looking after you, my little boy.
I don't know, you try and do the right thing for someone.
For someone. It's for you, man. It's always for you. You're selfish.
Not the fresh start I was hoping for, I'll be honest.
Can you be?
Trying very hard to be, actually.
For God's sake, Sean, just leave it, will you?
Why are you making excuses for him? You don't just run out on somebody when they need you the most.
I moved out because...
Left, you mean? There's a big difference between moving out and leaving. So instead, you went chasing other women.
I was sick to the back teeth with relationships at that point. I wanted to be on my own.
Nah. I can't buy it, see? When you both were dancing earlier...
Yeah, what about it?
It triggered something in me. I probably blocked this out. But there was something else. That's why I didn't like Lisa coming over.
You loved Lisa. Your first crush.
I remember the way Vic and Lisa were together. It used to upset me a bit because it was like Lisa was taking away your closeness with Vic, Jayne. Like tonight, you and Jayne would dance the rock and roll songs, but you and Lisa would dance the slower ones, the more romantic
Oh,
ones.
nonsense. She was a young girl, your sister's friend, that's all. Probably teasing more than anything else. I can't even remember what you're talking about. I barely noticed her.
No, she used to come over when you weren't there, Jayne.
I'd ask her to. She knew what was going on with us. The problems with Mum and that. She'd help out when I had something else on. That's all it was.
Yeah, but she stopped coming when he left.
Aye, because we were getting older. I didn't have the time or the energy to do the things with Lisa that we used to do. And she started seeing a boy by that time anyway, I think.
Boy or man?
Oh, now stop that! You're more took than I thought if you think I would run off with Lisa.
It's true, Sean. Dad and Lisa weren't having an affair. She wouldn't have done that, nor would Daddy, would you, Dad?
Oh, what? Oh, don't you start. How can you ask me that of all people?
Then I want to know who's involved in tearing my family apart. Destroyed my mother, sent her to an early grave.
Don't, Sean.
If it wasn't Ruby, if it wasn't Lisa, who was it?
It wasn't anyone.
How can you be so
oh,
sure?
my God, he won't stop.
Or do you know?
Christ. We couldn't have drunk all this, could we?
No more boozing. Give me that here. Just tell me.
Doesn't matter. No one.
You've known all these years, Jayne, and you let me believe all this time. Why? I don't understand. Tell me. Jayne, tell me. Don't look at him. Look at me. Why?
Because...
Jayne.
You stay out of this, Jayne.
Don't.
Jayne.
I'm begging you, sweetheart.
What's going on? Sod him, he's not worth it. Who was it?
It'll ruin everything.
Why are you protecting him?
I am not.
Then who was it? What is this massive secret, this thing that you two are hiding? Will someone just tell me the truth for once in my life? I couldn't get any sense out of Mum. You're like a clam. He's nothing but a fucking liar. If you won't tell me, I'll drag it out of him.
Sean!
Oh, leave me.
No, Christ!
Who was it, huh?
For God's sake,
Sean!
Sean, leave him go!
Not until he tells me. This is what you wanted, isn't
You're
it?
hurting me, Sean.
But I planted one on you now, and I...
Oh, please, son.
Sean, you are hurting him!
Get off me, Jayne.
No.
Tell me, old man,
No.
tell me.
It was me,
Sean, boy.
Me! It was me!
What? Jayne. No.
Happy?
What are you talking about?
See what raking up the past does. Why couldn't you
What do
just...
you mean?
Jayne, please, not like this.
We have to, Dad. I was the other woman. The bitch. As you've been calling me all those years. Every time you said that, it was like a knife going through me. But it's me you've been hating. You hate me. But not as much as I hate myself.
That's why you wouldn't talk about it. Always defending him, calling Mum mad.
What else was I supposed to do? I couldn't tell you when you were a kid.
No, you were a kid.
Yeah. But no, I wasn't that young.
He abused you.
No, he didn't.
No.
Shut it, you. I'll deal with you in a minute. What did he do to you? I don't understand.
Dad,
That is sick, disgusting. You raped your own daughter.
Hey!
No, he didn't.
So then, what were you let him do it?
Oh, it wasn't like that. It was something else. Something. Oh, I don't know. I can't explain what it was.
Don't, Jayne.
Try.
I'll do it.
You've done enough, Jayne.
I just fell into it.
How far did this thing
Oh,
go?
please don't. Please.
Tell me what happened. What did he do to you?
It wasn't like that, Sean.
You bastard, Vic.
Aye, you could be right there. I think we finally agree, son.
How many more times? I am not your son. Jayne, if you don't tell me what happened, I'll rip it out of him.
Okay. Because Mum wasn't there, I sort of took over from her. Did the things a mother does. Everything a wife would do.
Did my mother know?
No. I don't think so. Mum didn't know, no.
Don't you dare call her that. You've lost all right to call her that. Your own father. You betrayed your own mother. You betrayed me. Me! That's why she killed herself.
That was an accident. A mistake. She didn't know how to live anymore. She just gave up, just like I've wanted to all these years, just like I have.
You left because of her? Your own daughter?
Yes. I got out before it went too far, to save any more hurt.
I know. And when you left her, you left me too.
We couldn't have carried on like that. It was wrong.
But I left you.
Oh, darling.
Sean, you said you remember when he left properly. Well, let me tell you, there's nothing more final than watching someone you love packing their suitcase in front of your eyes. I ironed your shirts and then watched you walk out the door.
Listen. It was over. You knew that better than anyone.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Of course you do. And if I stayed, it would make everything worse. You've seen what we're like. It's not good for any of us. It'll destroy us all.
It won't. Please don't go. Please. Dad, please don't leave us. Don't leave me.
Do you think I wanted to? I couldn't live here. I couldn't live with her.
Oh, why is everything always about her?
Because she's your mother. And we both should remember that.
What am I supposed to do?
Jayne, you'll be better off. Trust me. I'm bad news, darling. Always will be.
I love you.
Oh, don't, sweetheart. Look at me. I can't stay, Jayne. I cannot stay.
I'll come with you then.
Oh, love.
Oh, don't call me that if you don't mean it.
Hey. Oh, come here. I will always love you. You're my little girl.
Little girl. Don't insult me, Vic.
Who'll look after Sean?
She'll have to. But we take him with us. I don't know.
It wouldn't be right. I'd prefer it if you stayed and looked after him. I need to know he'll be all right. Anyway, he needs to be close to his mother.
Her mother? She's barely here when she is.
Oh, she'll get better. I promise.
Where will you go?
I have no idea. I'll find somewhere.
To her?
What?
It's true. There is someone else.
Don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Look, I'll be in touch when I'm settled.
Don't bother.
Sweetheart.
Just go.
Stop it! Stop it! What are you saying? Why are you talking like this? It all makes sense. The things Hannah and Steve said about you.
What?
Always in their space. Constantly smothering Hannah. Watching Steve's every move when the poor sod was just trying to live his life.
No.
You tried to drive them apart. Because all the while you were terrified that the same thing would happen between your husband and daughter. But of course it didn't. Did it? Because it's not a normal thing. No wonder she despises you. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to do that. Well, this was supposed to be a party. We were all meant to get on and enjoy ourselves. Now it's ruined. It's all ruined. Say something. Dad, why aren't you saying anything? Dad! Sean, what's wrong? Have I hurt you?
I'll kill him!
No.
Sean!
Sean,
Come here!
Sean, calm down, Sean.
Don't!
Please,
Please
son.
get off him, Sean, please!
Leave me alone.
Sean! Stop!
I'm off!
Sean, where you going? Sean, wait! What are you looking at?
Those things you said.
What about them?
Don't go. We need to talk about this.
Talk? I've been waiting 40 years to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm ready now.
I used to think you might come back for me. You just needed time to realise what the right thing to do would be.
I did do the right thing. I got out of your life.
You've never even apologised or tried to explain what happened. You've had me doubting myself all these years.
I've suffered too.
I was you a daughter. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I don't want your present.
Take it.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving, Vic. I let you deal with all this mess.
Blood Sugar by Simon Howells featured the voices of Shelley Rees as Jayne, Hugh Rhys as Sean, and Mark Lewis-Jones as Vic. James Marsh was the sound engineer, and it was directed by Gareth John Bale. It was recorded at Cinematic and supported by the Arts Council of Wales.